Today on Boring Gear Reviews, we have the Millionaire from Dirty Sock Effects. Big thanks to Ewan for sending me the Millionaire. So the Millionaire is a 2-channel distortion pedal based off of old Peavey solid-state amps. For controls, we have a 3-band EQ of low, mid, and high, and then we have a master volume and a gain knob to control distortion. The right foot switch will turn the pedal on or off, and the left foot switch will decide which channel you're in, green for low gain and red for high gain. We've got top jacks and DC, and also one of the most unique features I've ever seen on a distortion pedal, an XLR direct out. For today's demo, I'm using my 2021 Dunnable Yeti Custom, and this has Dunnable Grizzly pickups, and they are custom wound to be low output and unpotted. From there, we'll be running into my UAD Apollo X6 and using the Soft Tube JMP 2203 amp plugin. All right, in this first clip, we're going for a huge tone. So we're gonna max the master and the gain and the mids. We're gonna have the low around 2 o'clock and the high at 9 o'clock. In the first section of the clip, we're gonna be using the low gain channel, but obviously since the gain is maxed, it'll be very, very heavy. And then probably about halfway through, we're gonna engage the second channel. The LED will turn red and it just gets more saturated, more searing. This thing is thunderous, incredibly deep and thick and very like a very powerful sounding distortion. You know, this guitar is tuned to B, and for this clip, I have the low string dropped to like F sharp. So it's crazy low. And for it to still be, you know, contained and focused while it's delivering like the lowest note you can get on a guitar is really cool. And this really does feel very authentic to the style of amp it's modeled after. When I was in high school, I had a friend who wanted to pick up guitar, and he had a 212 solid state Peavey amp that as soon as I plugged in the Millionaire, that was the first thing I thought of. I hadn't read the copy to know that it was modeled after a Peavey. Ewan had just said it's like a solid state based pedal. But the second I turned it on, I was like, oh man, it feels, not just sounds, but like it feels like that Peavey that my friend had. And it just brought me back to like all the nights, you know, like 3 in the morning, we're playing GoldenEye, and then I'd take a break and I'd play guitar through that Peavey amp. And it just nailed it for me. Okay, in this next setting, we're gonna go for a low gain sound. So we're gonna have the low at noon, the mid at 10, the high at 2. We're gonna keep the master maxed out, and we're gonna have the gain almost completely off. I mean, I guess it's like an eighth of a turn up. It's maybe 7 o'clock or so. And we're gonna start in the low gain channel. And then we're gonna kick on the black one from Dirty Sock Effects. If you'd like to see a full demo of the black one, click the link right here. And this is where we'll go from a low gain sound to a very big sounding mid gain tone. And then toward the end of the clip, I'm going to engage the second channel of the Millionaire for a little more saturation. All of that will be feeding into the Death by Audio rooms for a little bit of reverb. I feel like I'm just going to keep saying over and over how big and powerful and like upfront this pedal sounds, but it's true and it does. The other thing I love about this is it has a great amount of bite and clang in the top end. So enjoy. And lastly, we're gonna go for a very dirty low to mid gain tone. This might be one of my favorite tones from the Millionaire. It's just so gritty and very, very clangy. To get that, we're gonna have the low and the mid at 2. We're gonna max the high, max the master, and we're gonna have the gain at noon. And then we will play with both channels here, but like most of the dynamic is gonna come from my pickup selection and then just my pick attack. And that's what's a really cool testament to how good this pedal is how responsive it is to just your play style. And we're gonna bring back the Death by Audio rooms for a little bit of reverb again. So very thick, very clear, and it just has the type of dirt and saturation and breakup that it just really hits a sweet spot for me, where I love a low to mid gain tone that is like, on one hand, you can describe it as clean-ish, and then on the other hand, it's just crumbling. And you kind of find this perfect marriage between those two bookends, and I just love it. Again, super clangy, dirty, gritty, all the stuff I love. Enjoy. that'll do it for the Dirty Sock Effects Millionaire. This is unlike any other distortion pedal I have. It just really does its own thing. It sounds great, looks super cool. Really, it finds a very specific place in like this huge spectrum of distortion where a lot of things are modeled off of like tube amplifiers, which is great. You don't get that many that are modeled off of like big, loud, solid state amps. But this just nails it for me. I love it. Check out all the Dirty Sock Effects stuff. Great, great pedals. And that'll do it. If you dig the content, please consider subscribing or becoming a member, and like, comment, share, all that type of stuff. It means a lot. Thank you so much. As always, links for everything in the description below, and I'll see you next video. Peace.